What is happening, Bachis, Bacos and Babachis? Pav here from Collective Growth. Today's video is part 2 of the previous video, which was about Renaissance man and specifically how to become one. Plenty more to come. We're starting right now. Okay guys, welcome back. By the way, I want to clear something from the get-go. When I say Renaissance man, I'm not suggesting that you wake up one day and you're like, what do I want to do today? Maybe I become a Renaissance man. This is not what I'm suggesting. The only thing I would invite you to consider is the following. Adopt the mindset or the mentality of a Renaissance man so you can become way more successful, way more knowledgeable. Way more intelligent, more interesting person, whatever it is, and you can exceed your wildest dreams of what you thought you could do in the first place, so that your future self, the one that's laying on your deathbed 70, 80, 19 years from now, looks back at this moment and is like, you did good, kiddo, I'm proud of you. Anyway, this is what I wanted to say, starting right now with the content. Okay guys, so the old and somewhat forgotten Renaissance idea that if you focus on mastering both your physical and your mental abilities has really strong grounding in allowing us to learn better and retain more information. It's really having the confidence to do that in the first place, the fact that you can actually become better at all these things, that allows one to embark on these polymathic endeavors. So let's look at the top 5 traits that all Renaissance men actually share. Okay, number 1 is curiosity. The state of being inquisitive, wandering around about different things, and of course poking things to see how actually it reacts. In fact, let me ask you a question. The last time you started something that you're still very passionate and you're still doing, I bet you're like, oh wow, this is actually super interesting. I'm curious how this stuff works. You delve into it more and more and more. That's why you're so passionate about it. That's why you're still doing it. This is what curiosity means. Number 2 is risk takers. Of course, the only strategies in today's world which is guaranteed to fail is not to take any risks. So make sure to actually take risks, guys. Number 3, all these people are actually self-disciplined and very persistent. Of course, polymath is not a synonym of overnight success. These things take time. In fact, everything worthwhile does. So make sure to put a lot of time and a lot of effort in all of these endeavors, whatever it is, in order to actually attain mastery at it. Number 4 is creativity. Einstein said it way back in history, the same problem can't be resolved by the mentality that created it, so you need a different type of mentality or a different perspective on it. In fact, creativity is just intelligence having fun. Number 5 finally is never stop learning. That's pretty obvious. Now, let's dive into a few practical ways of how you can actually kickstart your polymathic endeavors. Now, in modern day, it seems that education is heavily focused on over-specialization, in other words, becoming a monomath. Now, undoubtedly this has quite a lot of benefits, but of course it has some drawbacks. One being that modern day geniuses aren't encouraged to expand their knowledge the way Renaissance men once did. And of course, in today's world, with a lot of issues and a lot of evolving conflicts happening all the time, to really actually solve these problems, one would need a multidisciplinary approach. And of course, these problems are actually huge opportunities which the person who can actually see, spot the patterns and understand them will be able to raise huge gains. Now, once you've decided, of course, go and read books. Again, leaders are readers, there's no secret, you just have to accumulate more knowledge in order for you to become an expert at a particular area. Go and watch some documentaries. A brilliant way to accumulate quickly knowledge about something that you want to be more informed about, for example. And it's less mentally intensive as reading a lot of books. And of course, finally, go and speak to a lot of people who are like-minded, have same interest, so you can actually bounce off your experience in different perspectives. In fact, here's a very practical one. Go to your bookstore or library and pick 3 or 4 books on opposing views. Examples are raw food versus paleo, or Buddhism versus Christianity versus the Quran. And your idea is to get opposing views in order to get a better understanding and overview of the actual subject material, so at any given point you can defend either one or the second one. And this would make you a lot more skillful at something like that. To begin with, really decide what your interests are going to be, preferably the ones that you have the highest aptitude at. It could be arts, for example, it could be sports, it could be business, it could be science, it could be maybe learning a language or learning a new instrument, whatever it is. But of course, you gotta decide something specific. Put yourself often and deliberately in difficult and challenging situations in order to force yourself to learn. In fact, if you remember, all growth and learning occurs outside of your comfort zone. In fact, as I was writing the topic for this video, it kind of got me thinking about my businesses and the professional careers that I've actually chosen. 6 companies, startups to huge corporations like Disney, for example, and then different businesses, e-commerce, eBay, Shopify and Amazon, to Airbnb and real estate, and now cryptocurrencies investments. It's crazy, but I keep on going because I'm very curious about all of these. Another context in which you can put yourself, for example, to learn more, is to travel. Go and visit different countries when you have the time and the means to do so. Experience different cultures, different backgrounds. What makes people different? That will be very beneficial, and I'm sure very interesting as well. Okay guys, so once you've specified your goals, make sure to revisit them often in order for you to be able to measure them. Benjamin Franklin, one of the most famous polymaths, had a daily schedule which reveals how he was able to cramp up so much things into his daily routine. Basically, each day he would have a specific block of time that he would either work really intensely or he would spend in reflection and time for him to unwind. And of course, when each day was starting, he had already a specific goal or a specific intention in mind for the specific day, which he would later revisit and review before he go to sleep. I genuinely believe as men, we ought to embrace and adopt these Renaissance man ideals. It will not only prepare us to be better equipped for the challenges that lie ahead, but also I think it will turn us into more mature, conscious men by having a much greater worldview. And of course, one thing to remember is this is a lifelong journey, guys. This is not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen in 1 month. It's not going to happen in 1 year. It's going to be a lifelong journey. So as such, you really need to have a vision, something that's going to be so compelling that's going to propel you to move forward. But more on creating a compelling vision in a different video. Again, if you've enjoyed this piece of content, I would really appreciate it if you like it, subscribe to the channel, and also leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. It may be something I've missed or you want to add something. I'll be very grateful for that. So I'll see you guys in the next video.